this day of your time as you create time to exist. Allow us to begin with an interaction on the idea of miracles. You may use that as your title if you wish. In this way, recognize that what you often consider in your civilization to be miracles, you consider to be out of the ordinary, above and beyond the mainstream reality that you are used to experiencing in your day-to-day world. But recognize what you typically call a miracle is, in actual fact, a recognition of the fundamental workings of the universe. It is a recognition of when reality, physical reality, the experience of physical reality as you have come to know it, is actually working in synchronous harmony with all other levels of reality. And thus, a miracle is actually representative of when the universe is working most naturally. Physical reality, the day-to-day events that you typically experience that seem to be different from what you call miraculous, that, in a sense, is even more of a miracle than a typical miracle, as you call it. For a typical miracle is an indication of the natural state of the universe when everything works hand in hand, absolutely flawlessly, and can create whatever manifestation is indicative of the way the minds and the hearts and the beliefs of the individuals involved in that circumstance wish it to be. Whereas what you call your day-to-day life is the product of divergence, many times, from the so-called natural awareness or natural state of creation, natural state of reality. And in that sense, the things that you most often take for granted are actually the exception to the norm. In that sense, the way you have structured your reality, all of the different diversifications, separations, and specific endeavors that you create in your day-to-day lives, those are the miraculous manifestations of the foundational energy. Your daily life is therefore miraculous. And when you see in your lives what you normally call a miracle, when all of the normal, what you think of as normal activities that go on are for a moment seemingly suspended to allow this so-called miracle to occur, in actual fact, what you are seeing, therefore, is the very fundamentals, the homogeneous, balanced, natural energy that everything in your daily lives is created from. You follow along? Therefore, recognize that your lives at any given moment are made of magic, if you will, are miraculous in that way. And that what you typically call a miracle is not something that is an interruption in what you think is the natural or normal way that life exists, but it is actually a manifestation of naturalness, a manifestation of the basic root, foundational energy out of which all of the divergences in your daily life are created. A miracle is a calm spot, the eye of the hurricane, as you say, wherein you allow all the different energies, the homogeneous energy of the foundational creation itself, to simply work in its purest form. When you know in that state that everything does fit in with everything else, everything does work in life, and a miracle is simply your willingness to allow on all levels, all at once, life and the universe to work in the way it was designed to work. So if you wish your life to become, as you think, more miraculous, and for life to become more and more effortless expression of that level of creativity, then all you need to do is allow your life to revert back to its natural state, to the zero rest balance point, to allow the things in your life to be there that need to be there, rather than thinking you must make or force or push those ideas into creation. Desire, determination, those are tools that can allow you to allow your reality to work, but desire and determination do not have to be expressed in a struggle type of mode. Desire is the activation key that will bring to you anything you believe to be possible to experience in your life. And when you allow your desire, your excitement, which is your indication of your connection to the primal energy out of which all is created, when you allow your desire to bring those things into your life, then your life will be effortless, will be miraculous, day to day to day. You follow along? At this time, therefore, we will communicate in the mode we call sharing.
Yes, we have a documentary being filmed tonight.
Yes. Welcome.
Thank you very much. I have a couple of questions. They're not exactly on the subject you're talking on, but...
Does not have to be, never has to be.
All right, good. It has been predicted by Leah that in March of '87 there will be a profound change in our economy. Do you agree? And is this change for the better or for the worse?
The idea of what you would call approximately March 15th to March 17th will be a very strong energy gate wherein many transformations can take place. Some aspects of what you call your sociological structures, your economic societies, may discover new principles that will allow different manifestations of interrelationships to begin to be laid down upon your planet. Any transformation can be experienced and expressed in a positive and or a negative way. Which way it manifests depends upon the attitudes and perspectives of the individuals involved. So it is up to you as to how it will manifest. But that time frame is a very strong transformational energy gate. Guys.
Thank you. The other question is, we're doing this documentary for public awareness. Do you have anything to say regarding this?
First of all, that you are also doing it because of the public awareness that already exists. So recognize that anything you find manifesting in your reality not only goes towards reinforcing the ideas that you can do, but is also a reflection of the ideas you have already become. So first and foremost, what we will say is to extend from us an appreciation and a thank you to your civilization for being willing to come to the point in its conscious conception of itself wherein it is willing to discuss these ideas and expand in many different ways. The exploration of your consciousness will be discovered to be the key to any idea you wish to understand within the living of your life. And that fundamentally what we will share with you is that the only fundamental process truly necessary for you to understand anything you wish to understand about life is to simply live the life you are living. And in that true and full living and expressing yourself according to the trueness of what you know to be representative of the energy each and every one of you are, you will, in living that life, discover everything you need to know about the life you are living. For again, the universe does not do extraneous and pointless things. Everything works, and there is a reason for everything. Explore and expand your curiosity. Become fascinated with the interplay of all ideas as they interact and interrelate, and you will discover that everything is an orchestration, and a flawless one at that.
Bashar, thank you very much.
We thank you for your endeavor. We thank you for your sharing and your willingness to participate and create an opportunity for others to participate in the growing expansion of awareness, of remembering that you are all made in the image of the infinite creator, and what that means is you are all infinite creators. We thank you.
All right.
Sharing!
Bashar,
Hey!
a couple of weeks ago in the Times there was an article that the scientists had found two giant arcs. Could you care to comment? Would you care to comment on, tell us a little bit about that?
We can disperse but a little bit of information. What you are perceiving as the arcs are specific compactions of the gravitational dynamic tensor fields of the physical universe that have undergone what you would call vast implosive energy. You are seeing the spin-off or cast-off remnants from the implosion of one portion of this physical into and through a gateway of another physical universe. Thus, the energies released are quite a bit higher in magnitude than anything you have discovered around your localized area. For in that area, therefore, you are seeing, let us say, to be colloquial in your language, the breach, the gate, the doorway from one universe to another, and the after effects of that implosion, of the creation of that gate, a very powerful gate. These arcs, therefore, are representative of how space-time itself has become, as you say, warped or twisted, representative of the motion or the eddies or the currents now involved in that particular doorway or gateway. You follow me?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Another question. Last week you gave us some beautiful information on limitation. Is there anything you would care to tell us in regards to denial?
Denial. Denial in this way is again the belief, the inherent ingrained belief that there might be something in your life that you might come across that would not be able to serve you. But when you recognize that everything happens for a reason, then you will know that anything that happens in your life can be used to add to the overall understanding of yourself in a positive way and allow you to expand and accelerate in growth. Therefore, denial is simply the belief in your lack of completeness, in your lack of ability to utilize in a positive way anything that could occur in your life. It is a fear that there is something within you that is beyond your control, that may get out of hand, as you say. It is only a fear. It is only the result of the fact that your society has been taught that you are not in control of your life. Therefore, you do not allow yourselves to be aware of why the things that occur in your life do occur. And so because you think that to learn more about them will actually place you in greater lack of control, you many times will refuse to explore them, feeling safe and secure just where you are, not realizing that the more you explore those things, the more you will have to add to your overall understanding of yourself, and the more stable you will actually become. Does that assist you?
Yes, very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Sharing.
Bashar,
Ace.
in working with the Lazarus tape that you mentioned to us a couple of months back,
Ace.
Secrets of Manifesting What You Want,
Yes.
in cleaning up the tools to use for manifestation,
Yes.
I find it difficult to find out what my payoffs are, and my blocks are quite large.
If you say so.
I wonder if you can shed some light on what...
Why do you believe your blocks are large? And first and foremost, what is your definition of a block?
The denial that I have a payoff for a negative action in my life.
Denial that you have a payoff for a negative action. Would you clarify that, please?
Okay, I'm exhibiting lack.
You are exhibiting lack?
Yes, I don't have the kind of car that I want and the money that I want to do the things that I want. And I don't know, he says find out what your payoff is, and I can't imagine why I want to do this.
All right, perhaps one suggestion, only a suggestion, to allow you to discontinue looking at it as a lack and focus on the things you already have, so that you know you already are abundant in one way and that you can be abundant in other ways, rather than assuming that you lack anything. Because if you are approaching it from that end, that point of view, then you are only reinforcing the idea that you are not abundant, that you lack something. Approach it from the point of view that you already are abundant in whatever ways you have needed to be abundant, and that you can be abundant in other ways, more expanded ways, rather than assuming that just because you are not right now abundant in a particular way means that you lack abundance at all. You follow me?
Mm-hmm.
So examine the other end of your tool as well.
Okay.
Now, it also does not necessarily have to be that complex. It may be as simple as you simply have the habit of generating that particular type of scenario. Whether or not there is any particular quote-unquote payoff, whether you actually have an ingrained belief that you need to suffer, you may simply be in the habit of generating the reality the way you are generating it. So, allow yourself to know that you are in the process of creating new habits now. And that it is not necessarily so that you have to dig and scrape for this deep, dark secret you are holding from yourself.
Beautiful.
You follow
Thank
me?
you. Yes, I do.
If it is that difficult to find a payoff, maybe that's an indication that there really isn't one.
I love it. Okay.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
So lighten up upon yourself
Okay.
and When you use the tools that the tape suggests in order to sculpt a new reality, use a light touch as well. It is only the novice that applies undue pressure and very often snaps the tool. You follow
Okay.
me?
Yes, I do.
You do not have to dig quite so hard.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, Bashar.
Sharing.
Hi, Bashar.
Hi.
I bought a little toy today. It's a tuning fork. And,
Yes. Do you like the way it moves you?
Oh, very exciting. Very, very, very exciting. And I bought a little pitch pipe too. And just while I was sitting here, I was thinking if there was different notes, because now I'm interested in using it to heal possibly.
Yes.
And
Then you can simply ask any other individual to stop you when you hit the note that moves them. And that's the vibration you can work with them on. You follow me?
Yeah.
Whatever strikes a chord within them will be the key that unlocks them from the reality that they have lived in before and will allow them to now manifest the reality they prefer. So simply test it out with any individual you are interacting with. Which one do you like? This one, this one, this one. Oh, that one? All right. Then that will be the key one. When you hear this, therefore, if this is the one that truly strikes a chord within you, you will know that when we play this note, you will be at your absolute most malleable, most open, most receptive, most willing to create the reality you desire. This will be your support field. And a support field it literally will be. You will generate the tonality, and that tonality, the vibrations themselves, will function in much the same way as the energy fields around our spacecraft, and will, in a sense, isolate that individual from all of the reality habits that they have previously been manifesting, and will give them the opportunity to lock into new ideas. You follow me?
Yes.
It is like suspending them in a type of fluid, surrounding them with that sound.
Okay, so there's not one or any different note that's good for a certain
The individuals
type of-
will let you know.
for whatever it is, whatever note.
Hey,
And,
every individual is different, and they are different at different times.
Can I use this like over a body instead of just by the ears?
Yes. Oh, yes. Especially over the solar plexus. Especially.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Chatting.
Bashar,
Hey.
I talked to you, the first time I talked to you was about headaches I was getting.
Hey.
They're more consistent now. They're about every other day. And you said it had something to do with gravitational shifts on the planet.
To some degree.
Could
Your
you-
sensitivity to electromagnetic shifts.
Okay. I was just curious about that. The other thing was, when I was about 3, I was playing with a ball in our living room. And the ball rolled under our couch, and I got our maid to get the ball for me. And while she was, I happened to look behind me. And through the curtain appeared a figure, a very tall...
Stop.
Okay.
Are you doing in your life what you wish to be doing?
I think so. On one hand I am, and yes, I'm
Which is?
researching more into myself.
In
and
what way?
others, spiritually, body-wise, how it all...
How will you use this knowledge
That-
physically?
Probably to improve myself and my life and those around me.
How? What methodology
I don't
is
know.
most exciting to you?
I don't know. I'm researching quite a few different ones.
All right. Which one has already been most exciting to you? Which one stands out the strongest now, so far?
That has helped me the most.
The
Sci-
one you wish to exemplify, the way you wish to put into action what you have learned. How do you wish to share what you are learning?
Well,
How do you wish to be of service?
I don't know.
Yes, you do.
I do.
Yes.
Okay.
When you allow yourself to know that you do, many of these headaches will cease entirely. For you are receiving communication.
I know I am.
Yes.
And I'm aware that I have been.
All right.
I dream all the time.
Yes.
And as a matter of fact, I had a dream about you last night,
Yes.
going to Germany, I think it is. By the way, do you plan to go to Germany?
I plan nothing.
Okay.
Now, the idea is that you are highly receptive, as we have said, to these electromagnetic pulses.
Right.
And they are being used to communicate with you.
Okay.
But the idea of the headache only comes because you are, to some degree, hesitating and resisting letting yourself express it in the way you know would be most joyous. You are analyzing the ways a little bit so strongly that you are not truly allowing yourself to give full fruition, full embodiment, and full expression to the way you truly do desire to express it, because you want to be very careful in your mind. You are being cautious, but to some degree you are being overly cautious. And this resistance and this hesitation is allowing this energy communication to back up within you and creating the sense of pressure.
Oh.
When you are more willing to let it out, let it through, trust your instincts rather than having to rely so much on your analysis process, then you will allow, like a valve, some of the steam out. You follow me?
I think so. I'm just not certain when it
will be correct?
there I go again, right?
Yes. Now.
Right.
Right now, let's use your imagination. Right now.
Okay.
Let's open those gateways up a little bit. Don't worry, it won't hurt. Allow yourself now to imagine, even if your conscious mind thinks this is only a game, that's all right. Play along. Imagine right now, at least one way. It does not have to be the absolute, idealized, ultimate, end-all, be-all way you could ever come up with. Right now, imagine one way that you would feel happy in expressing what you are learning. One way that you would feel most light and joyous in sharing and being of service with what you are learning. One way, one idea.
Speaking with others.
All right. Are you already doing this?
Yes.
To what extent?
A little.
All right. When you find individuals, in other words, who are interested, you simply share ideas with them, yes?
Yes.
All right. The knowledge you are learning, how else do you imagine it can be applied?
Other than speaking with others, I don't know. That's where I don't know. At this point, that's not what's arrived yet. I don't know.
All right. When it does arrive, how do you imagine it will arrive?
I'll know.
Yes, you will. Now, is it all right for you to know that when it happens?
Yes.
Is it all right for you to not necessarily consciously know it now?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Maybe I'm at the point where it's about ready to arrive, and I sense it. And
all right. The regulation of the patterns, to some degree, is an indication of a cohesion, of a crystallization.
Okay.
So yes, you are on a threshold right now.
Right.
Will you do me a favor?
Okay.
Well, thank you. Will you take 3 slow, deep breaths?